minutes. That's what has been in existence since the operating guidelines.
We've listened to you talk about the 2 minutes for at least 10 minutes now. So just give us 10 minutes.
So so the next person stepping to the microphone, let's be respectful to him. Please, it's your time, sir.
Are you with me, sir? Thank you.
My name is P.Hayes. I've been living here for 13 years. I was one of the units that was removed from 1205 Bayside unit because of the contamination. And then I do remember you guys saying that very little to none was found in that area, only to find out that there's more and more being found in these various areas that you claim that there were no further contamination in those areas. That being said, I don't know what area this is right here in this parking lot area, because no one talked about it, but you guys did some heavy digging over there. In fact, you fenced it off, and there was no dust monitoring or no air monitoring equipment over there. But all the dust was still left there once they came in and cleaned it out and all that, all the heavy equipment left. Yes. But no one monitored that area, as far as this gentleman stated, air and dust. Now, if there was not contamination there, you guys would not have sealed it off. You guys would not have had all that heavy equipment there and digging it up. But no one here, I have not heard one person mention anything about that site. And I walk my dog through there every day, and I'm inhaling this stuff. Could you
tell me the street name for that?
It's right here in that parking lot, right next to the abandoned barracks.
Okay.
And no one mentioned anything about that area.
Okay, they're just telling you now. I was not aware of that. That is not Navy property, sir. That's a city project.
That was a city project.
City of San Francisco project.
We don't know if that was contaminated or not.
Okay, Mr. Bob Beck is here from the Treasury and Development. Bob, are you prepared at all to speak to that project? I don't know anything about it specifically.
I can speak to it if you want me. Do you want me to use the microphone?
It's up to the gentleman. Do you want him to speak to it?
Yes. Well, I mean, my thing is that no one even said it was a city job taking place there. I thought it was part of this whole, this whole project.
Yeah, that's understandable. No, it's not. That's part of the property. That property is not Navy property.
But that's the information we need to be receiving, and no one's doing that.
Okay.
And I'm a resident here, and I've been here, and I haven't gotten any information. I thought it was part of this project.
Okay. Do you wish Mr. Beck to speak to that now, or not? Or?
I'll talk to him later, because now that you're saying it's a city job, I'll get with him later.
Okay.
The work that was conducted in the parking lot out here was a test of the methodologies that are proposed to be used for the geotechnical work as part of development. This site is a site that has been fostered by the Navy and transferred to the city, so there is no further remediation work to be done at that site. And there was a flyer that was distributed prior to that work occurring. It was posted on Nextdoor, but that was, again, a project by the developer to test out the work that's going to be done to geotechnically compact the existing soils.
There are less than 100 residents on Nextdoor. Why do you think you're reaching over 2,100 there?
Right. That was shared with the housing providers. I don't know if it was requested to deliver it to each resident, but it was also posted on our website.
Did you test the soil on that spot as you excavated, or as they did the work? Did they take any samples and save them?
Again, that's a site that has been cleared.
It was
unrestricted by.
They were taking soil.
That was under asphalt.
You guys did some digging over there before you actually came over there and dug up the whole area. They had these trucks coming up there, and they had these drills that went straight down and took up samples.
Well, that was under asphalt.
They were taking geotechnical boring cores. I'm not sure what other work may have been done to profile the soil other than geotechnical.
Yeah, how do we know that we're not contaminated to that soil if it was not tested?
Again,
the dust is out there. And I'm inhaling all that. How do we know that?
I don't know if Keith wants to speak to the FOSS process and the process of releasing the property back to the city.
Yeah, that's a look.
But Bob, I'd like a question based on one of your answers. So you're saying that was released to the housing authorities?
To the housing providers.
The housing providers.
The flyer was shared with the housing
providers. You mean that the villages should have let all of the residents know about it?
I don't believe we asked them to distribute it to everybody, but we made it available in case there were questions from residents about the work.
They are not updating us on any of this stuff. They're also not updating us on any of the stuff up for public comment or any of the stuff that's up for approval by the Board of Supervisors. So all of this communication that you say is happening is failing. And from what I understand, the only ones that are reaching out to anyone are the subsidized housing providers, and that even the Section 8 residents aren't getting notified.
I don't want to detract from the Navy's meeting. I'd be happy to talk.
But I have a question about this while we're on this subject.
Okay, so, no,
Yes,
Ms.
I have a
You'll
question
to
about
come to the
this.
microphone and-
This is an important question. We're on this subject, and I have a right to speak. And this 2-minute rule is an attempt to control. It's an attempt to control the audience and keep them under control so they won't bring up uncomfortable subject matter, and they won't get into the analysis and the detail of it. Let's be honest. What is this really about? The second thing is the Vibro-Compaction. After the Vibro-Compaction was done, the very same day, there was a huge, there were sinkholes that formed from the Vibro-Compaction area all the way down the fence next to Job Corps, across the park, I call it Cesium Park, on 9th and Avenue B, and into toilets in that area. Brown rings formed in toilets. It went all across the playground, Site 31. Stinky puddles were forming there, into the Lundgren household, which had what I term a shitstorm. Feces came out of every single orifice in that building, and some of the family members got sick. This Vibro-Compaction shook up the soil so that all of this happened in a straight line, practically the entire length of the island, from south to north. And that is a serious situation when people are getting sick because of this.
Okay.
Somebody in the housing providers didn't find out about that. Thank you.
Ms. Harvey, thank you. But again, that's an example. Please hold
Yes,
that thought.
yes.
There
I'm
is
sorry.
nothing in
I'm
answer
sorry.
to
You
the
cannot control this, sir. You cannot control it.
Those questions, Carol, and the comments you had, they need to be relevant.
They were
These
relevant.
questions first.
Bob Beck was talking about the Vibro-Compaction.
So we're getting off.
So they're
topic.
absolutely relevant.
And I don't.
Thank you.
If you'll listen to me for a moment, please. We're getting off topic here. What I want to do is have questions per the agenda, okay, for Danielle's, Louis', and Chris's presentation. After that period, as outlined on the agenda, then we can talk about other topics such as that. There's no problem
It
with that.
was up for discussion.
Well, we were getting off track, and perhaps
It was up
I
for
should have noted that
discussion.
even earlier.
It was timely because it was up for
Okay, so Ms.
discussion.
Harvey, thank you. If you'll allow
Thank
next
you.
community